Yo, what is going on, guys? Got another deck profile for you guys today. This one is going to be focused on Etemon and Metal Etemon, of course. These guys, hilarious villains from the original Digimon series, shout out. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you guys my take on this interesting and fun to play black deck. Let's go ahead and get into it. So starting off with the rookies, we've got, of course, for Toy Agumon, arguably one of the best rookies for the black strategy. He just gives every single Digimon on top of him reboot, which is extremely good considering you are playing lots of blockers, actually 16 blockers I want to say in this deck, and black is just a defensive deck by nature, so using reboot in tandem with things like Metal Greymon and things like Craniumon, it just gives you a very powerful offensive and defensive ability. So Toy Agumon is great for that. Next we got for Gatsumon. He is the rookie blocker of the deck. Having a 3-to-play rookie that is also a blocker is very handy sometimes. Oftentimes you don't really care if he dies. You can just put him down and maybe stop something like a Ragnalord or something you don't really want attacking your security. Not to mention lots of other rookies are lower than 3,000 a lot of the times, so he's able to stop any sort of rookie rush strategies, but just an overall good card to have, and I definitely would play 4 of him. Alright, so then for the next rookie, we got Chumon. This is out of BT3, so I believe in English we are getting him in the 1.5 booster box. Don't quote me on that. He might be in the first one. I don't actually remember. But anyways, so we got for Chumon. He works really well with Sukamon, who I will get to in a second. You can actually see him lurking in the card art back there. But he's really good. He has that Terriermon effect where your opponent cannot gain memories except by the effects of Tamer cards, which is solid to have in just a rookie 3-to-play. But he's really good just because you can summon him for free off of Sukamon. And then for our last couple of rookies here, just to round off the count at 14, we got 2 Hagurumon, which is just your 2-to-play for the deck. So we got 4 Numemon. I love this guy because, one, he is a 3-to-play for a champion, which is always really good. We've seen success with those types of cards in yellow builds that play Repamon. But Numemon's really good because not only is he a 3-to-play, but he is a 1-to-digivolve. So just very cheap regardless of what you're doing. And it helps you build up to your mega plays very quickly. Sukamon is also the same kind of card where he is a 3-to-play for a champion. So we actually got 2 sets, 8 total of champions that are 2-to-play, which helps you manage your memory very well. On top of that, whenever he is destroyed, you can reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Like I was saying, this works with Chumon, and then you can play a Chumon from that pile for free. So this is really just good for attacking your opponent's security and getting a floating effect off of that, but then also because he's a cheap champion to play straight from your hand. And then the last champion I got here is for Chrysalimon. Now you could definitely play, don't sleep on Greymon over here. I'm playing for Chrysalimon, but you might want to play like 2-2 or maybe 3-1. It really just depends on your sort of play style. I really like Chrysalimon because he is a 4-to-play champion, and we don't really have those actually, I think he's the only 4-to-play champion blocker. The others are usually 5 or 6 to play. Now the new starter deck blockers might be one to consider. Those are actually 1-to-digivolve, and black just got one. I don't remember what it was. I think it was Tyrannomon. But yeah, that might be another option to consider, or Gardromon as well. But I just really like Chrysalimon because he's cheap. That's mainly the primary reason. Now, of course, we got the star of the show here, quite literally. We got Etemon. Now, I don't actually know who that is in the background. He reminds me of Alphonse from FMA, if any of you guys know who that is. But if you do know who that is, tell me in the comments, because I'm kind of curious. He looks pretty cool. But anyways, Etemon is a great ultimate blocker. I'm not playing Andromon in this build just because I'm already playing Etemon, and I didn't feel like I needed 8 blockers at the ultimate level. But then also when he is destroyed, you get to reveal the top 5 cards of your deck and play a level 6 Digimon whose name contains Etemon from that pile, which is this Metal Etemon down here. So that's really good. Not only is he blocker, but he just floats into another card. So you can tell, like, pairing this Sukamon and Chumon strategy with Etemon and Metal Etemon. It gives the black deck a lot of offensive options, so you can kind of stall your opponent and wall up with your blockers and give them great effects with things like Metal Greymon, who I just love to play, and I think he's pretty much a staple in most black decks, because if he is paired with something like Toy Agumon, or maybe if you have a Ragnarlord or something, or a War Greymon, you get security attack +1, so that's always nice. Now for the level 6, we've got, of course, for Etemon. He is the focus of the deck. He has a very interesting effect where during your opponent's turn, he cannot actually be blocked, so that is really nice. You don't have to worry about your opponent's blockers, especially if you do have maybe something like Toy Agumon and Metal Greymon underneath him. He'll be able to have not only reboot, but also security attack +1, and won't be able to be stopped. So Metal Etemon just really good, and also the fact that he works with normal Etemon, that you can oftentimes play him for free just by revealing the top 5 cards of your deck whenever Etemon is destroyed. Now for the other megas, right now I'm only playing 2 Craniumon and then also 2 Machine Dramon. I like the 2 and 2 just because sometimes you do want to have a nice powerful Digimon just to play straight from your hand, and the D-Digivolve effect is always nice, not to mention he is an 11,000 blocker. Craniumon of course is fantastic, but I am also playing Omnimon Alter S in this deck, so 4 to Digivolve is a little bit costly, and just because I'm not focused on him, I already did a deck profile on Craniumon, but otherwise still a fantastic card. But yeah, just not much to say. I did want to make room for Machine Dramon as well. Just 2 Omnimon Alter S, he's a fantastic card, a game winner by himself. You could try playing more than 2, but like this deck isn't specifically focused on getting him out. If it was, I'd probably be playing maybe something like High Andromon, maybe Blitz Greymon as well. Alright, so as far as the Tamers and the option cards go, we got 2 Tai and 2 Joe. This is the starter deck Tai. He has an amazing effect where whenever you do end up using a blocker's effect to block, you can rest him and then restand that Digimon. So not only is this an amazing effect, but just like all the rest of the 2-cost Tamers in the game so far, this effect does stack. So you can turn 1 Craniumon or 1 Machine Dramon into a monster that just blocks all of your opponent's Digimon. Like, you can literally have 2 of these on the field, and Craniumon will be able to block 3 times. So it's just absolutely amazing. And then of course you got Joe, who's the essential card, I think, in black, where since I'm not playing like the level the 4 cost Tamers to get 3 memory every turn, I really do want to have that +1 at the start of my turn. And then the only option card I am playing is Giga Cannon. Just the D-Digivolve -4 is really good. There were a couple of new option cards in the black starter deck that are definitely viable. I just haven't had enough time to test them out yet, but that is definitely an option. And then as far as the Digi-Eggs, I'm just playing 4 Kakemon. Black doesn't really have like a lot of amazing eggs, so even though I'm not like turboing out Omnimon Alter S, I think Kakemon is still really good in that regard. And then of course Kaporimon, just to get the extra 1000 if you do happen to have Agumon on top. Now that is going to do it for the video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this deck profile. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.